Okay, see here, we were doing perquisites, and in perquisites, what is our status right now? See, one by one, we were discussing the treatment of each perquisite, whether it is taxable or exempt. So, in that, first we did medical facilities, then we did leave travel concession, lunch facility, interest benefit, education facility, and then gift from employer we did, and the valuation of house is also done. But don't worry, for house valuation, still there are many sums which will come. Some will come in homework, some I might do in the class, okay. But theoretically, valuation of house is over, okay. Now see, before that, one student had a doubt regarding that leave travel concession. In leave travel concession, there was a limit on the number of children. Tell me, in leave travel, it should be whose travel? Employee, spouse, children, dependent, parents, brothers and sister. Okay. And if the children are born on or after 11098, it is maximum 2 children. So see, here there is a doubt regarding twins. So if the employee has got children and the children were twins, means they were born on or after first 1098 and it was a twins. So twins means they are 2 children. So now if one more child is born later on, he will not be eligible. First you have twins and then you have a single child. So that single child will not be counted because twins means you have seen the 2 children. Be happy with that. Still you want third child, fourth child. So exemption will not be allowed. But if on or after first 1098 you had just one child, and then when the employee was going for another birth, he got twins, then that twins will be treated as single birth. Because see, it is not his mistake, it is natural thing, okay. He had just one child. So trying for another child is not a problem because having one child is just one only, right? But when he was trying for another child, his wife got twins. But that twins, now we cannot blame. Now you got 3 children. One you already have, twins came. But that is not in your hands, okay. So if one child you had and when you tried for another child, that time if you get twins, so that twins will be treated as a single child only. So accordingly what will happen? That first child who was born after 11098, he will be exempt and that twins will also become exempt. But in short you have to see, first you had twins or afterwards you had twins. If you had twins first only on or after 11098, then your quota of 2 child is over, 2 children. But first you had one child. I am talking about only on or after 11098. Because children born before 11098, there is no limit only. So whatever discussion I am doing, it is for children born on or after 11098. So if children born on or after 11098, at the beginning only you got the twins, then your limit of 2 is over. But on or after 11098, your first child was a single child, then afterwards you got twins, then that twins will be treated as single. So accordingly, 3 children will become exempt. This is in case of leave travel concession, okay. So this was one doubt which one student had asked me after the lecture, but it could not get recorded, okay. So anyway, this was just a pending point, something related to leave travel concession. But don't worry, they don't ask that much in depth, twins and all. But I had respected the doubt of the student. Why? Because this point is also clarified in the study material. That's why. Otherwise, see, many students keep asking me the doubt. But some doubts I feel it's better I address to all these students. Especially this I felt like addressing because about this they also mentioned in study material. Okay. So that's why I felt like mentioning. Anyways, now continuing further. Next in order is what? Wait, I will take this thing. Use of movable asset. Now use of movable asset means what? House was immovable. In the last lecture I discussed about house. An employee was allowed to use the house, but house was immovable. But now forget house. Imagine an employee is given some movable asset to be used. Like boss has given him a laptop. This is very common, you heard. Many companies provide a laptop to the employee. Or sometimes boss might say, I will give you a video camera, you use it, but this is just for use. Boss is not transferring the ownership. See, if boss transfer the ownership, then it's a different theory. It will come later. Can you see at the end? So right now I'm not discussing transfer of movable asset. In transfer of movable asset, the ownership is completely transferred. That will become your property only. Right now I'm not discussing transfer. See, feel the word. Use. You are allowed to use it. And then boss will take it back. Okay. So now what is the treatment of this? First, are you feeling the benefit? Any perquisite at start, you should feel, yes, there is a benefit. And only when there is a benefit, there can be tax. So here what benefit you are getting? The asset is not yours. It is company's asset. Whether it is a laptop or a video camera or a digital camera, whatever. It is company's property, but you are allowed to use. So although you are not given it forever, you are not given it on ownership basis, but at least you are allowed to use it. So use is giving you satisfaction, and where there is a benefit, there can be tax. So now whether it is taxable or not, that I am discussing. Okay. So first, did you understand the perquisite? The perquisite is called use of movable asset. Now look, your taxable exempt depends upon the type of asset. What did I say? It depends upon the type of asset given for use. If employer has given you a laptop or a computer to be used, can you guess? Fully exempt. Because nowadays this is very common also. See, what did I say? In all my explanation, you are finding one common logic, that wherever government feels that giving this is very normal, it is not that boss has gone out of the way, he has done some abnormal thing, it sounds very reasonable and normal, so it is exempt. And giving laptop to the employee is very normal. And you know, your employee might be feeling, yes, my boss has given me laptop, but actually it is in the self-interest of the boss. You know what boss thinks? If I give him laptop, he will become happy, and then I can ask him to do office work at home also. Bosses are very smart. Employee feels, my boss is so nice, he gave me a laptop. I had always a dream of buying a laptop. He is so nice. But boss is very smart. What was his intention? If I give him laptop, I can also ask him to work at home. Even after the office hours, I can tell him, check this mail, check that mail, send this mail. So some work can be got done from employee. So actually speaking, it looks like employee has got the benefit, but since it is in the employer's own self-interest, government says we will not tax it. It is fully exempt. So see, this is fully exempt. Now whether it is computer or laptop, anything, okay, nowadays bosses don't give a computer only. It becomes very hefty thing. Usually they provide a laptop. But whether it is computer or laptop, the rule is same. Okay. Then if boss has provided him a car, then tell me, this is just a normal thing or big thing? Big thing. Imagine you're an employee and company has given you a BMW car. Not to keep it forever. It is only for use. But even if you are allowed to use, it is a big benefit. This will be taxable. But this has a detailed discussion to be discussed after this theory. So see what I have written, to be discussed separately, because it cannot be discussed in short. It will involve long discussion. Let me finish this chart. You will see there will be a long discussion about car facility. Okay. So to be discussed separately. Have patience for that. Now let me finish this thing. What about other assets? Other asset like boss has given you a video camera, or boss has given you a washing machine, refrigerator, anything, any movable asset. Now what? Will this be exempt or taxable? Taxable. Because this is little weird. Boss is giving you washing machine, use washing machine. See, boss giving computer to the employees, it sounds normal also. And it is very common also in real life. So that is exempt. But if boss gives something else, then it will be taxable. So what will be the taxable amount? Imagine boss has given you a video camera. Use this video camera. You will not keep it forever. I will take it back. But till the time you are allowed to use, you are enjoying. So what is the benefit you are getting? Means we want to value the benefit in amount terms. See, amount is important because we prepare a statement where we have to write rupees. We cannot draw a camera in the statement. Boss has given a video camera, you will make a drawing of video camera. See, in this statement, we want to record the rupees. So what amount you will write? In better language, how to value this perquisite. How to value this perquisite. So how will you value? See, always remember this dialogue. Employer's cost is employee's benefit. I had used this dialogue in the previous lecture also. I repeat again. Because this way your concept will be clear. What did I say? Employer's cost is employee's benefit. And employee's benefit will be taxable. Tax is on the benefit availed by the employee in his service, right? So tell me, if I give you a video camera, what is my cost? Will I feel my video camera is lost? No. I am not worried that my video camera is lost. I will get it back. But I will get back in a bad state, depreciated state. So my loss is what? My video camera, till the time you are using, you are depreciating it. So what is pinching me is the depreciation. And my cost is your benefit. So if I feel depreciation as the pain, so for you the same thing is a gain. Like salary is a pain for the boss, he has to pay. But that is a gain for the employee. So here you will take the depreciation. But that is if the video camera given to you, it is owned by the boss. But imagine boss has given you a video camera, he himself doesn't own it. He has hired the video camera and given to you. Then for boss, what is the expenditure? Higher charges. And employer's expenditure, his cost is your benefit. Okay. So see, this is the rule accordingly. If it is employer's own asset, then what will pinch him? That my asset you are using, it is getting depreciated. So you will take depreciation. At what rate? 10% per annum on cost. And if I have hired that video camera, see, video camera is just an example. It can be any other asset. Okay. So if it is a hired item, then higher charges paid by employer. See that dialogue, since it is so important, I have written here. Read. Employer's cost is employee's benefit and employee's benefit is taxable. See, right now what feeling you will get, sir, this same thing you discussed yesterday, I am getting mixed. See, nothing to get mixed. Thing was same, but yesterday, what I was discussing, that in your house there is TV, fridge, washing machine, etc. But now this is given independently, not in your house. See, every employee is not given house. Does every employee who does the job get a house? No. So imagine you didn't get a house. You were just given a washing machine, a video camera, a TV, a fridge. Then also the rule will be the same. Only thing is, along with house if you are getting, so you add this same thing in the valuation of house only. In short, this theory you should remember like this. If inside the house only you are given everything, then in the valuation of house only you will add. We added or not in the last lecture. But if these items, means these movable assets are given separately, not inside the house, then take it as a separate item in the statement. But the rule will remain the same. In fact, actually speaking, nothing new I taught. But whatever one theory is done, yes, this was definitely new. That when boss is giving you computer, laptop, then use of computer, laptop is fully exempt. See how this will come in the exam. It will be given like this. Read this. You know why they have written the word free? If you remember my lectures properly, I told you, whenever some non-monetary things are given, they will use the language free. And if monetary perquisite is there, they write paid or reimbursed by employer. You remember this or not? So see, giving a laptop means boss is not giving money, he is giving a facility. So the language will be free use of laptop. So what will you do? Exempt. A student who doesn't have knowledge, what he will do? He will take the cost of the laptop, he will take 10% depreciation. Don't take 10% depreciation for this. This is fully exempt. See, this is fully exempt. That concept of depreciation applies when if it is an other asset. So tell me, how will you present this item? You will write in this statement free use of laptop, outer column dash, in bracket exempt. Actually all these rules which I am explaining, it is given in rule 3 of income tax rules 1962. Whether it was the house which I discussed, whether these things which I am discussing, lunch, education, remember everything is given in rule 3 of income tax rules 1962. Okay, tell me if you understood, answer this, try this. But how can you say this is the same theory which I am teaching right now? What I am teaching, use of movable asset. And the language is very clear, use of music system. It's a use of movable asset only. But then whenever I give you the chart, think as per the chart. Is it a computer, car or other assets? Other assets. And then you will see, is it employer's own asset or hired? Check. In fact, nothing is given, so it is own asset. So what you will do? 10% depreciation on 60,000, that is 6,000. So what you will write? Free use of music system, outer column 6,000. Okay. So finally this theory is over, use of movable asset. Now, cars discussion will be done separately. So let me start. Next theory is car. Now see, in car facility, there are 4 possibilities. Car facility, 4 possibility. Check, what are the 4 possibility? Either you are given the car completely for office use. It happens many times, you know what boss says? See, you don't travel by local train and public transport. Whenever you have to do the office work, you can take my car. You can take my car, but only for office work. Don't go with your girlfriend somewhere. You have to do only office work only in this car. So car is given exclusively for office use. What is the treatment? I am not explaining. First understand the 4 possibility. Then second, car given for office to resident. Means what you know? Imagine an employee is a VIP employee. Whenever he has to leave for the office, a company car comes, picks him up and drops in the office. And in the evening, when he has to go back, company's car will drop him. Means for his pick up and drop from his home and drop to office and drop back to home. For that, a car has been arranged. Means company might have kept a car and a driver. And the driver's job is what? To pick up the employee from his residence. See, all this happens for high class employees. Otherwise, normal employees, if they have to go to office, they have to struggle in public transport. Buses, local train, etc. But some VIP employee get the facility for their pick up and drop. Company has arranged a car. Okay. So that is car for office to residence. But this car for fully private use means, you know, as if imagine boss has given you, let me give you the feeling, this. Take this car. You can use this car as if it is your car. Completely private use. But I am not transferring the ownership, I will take it back. Don't forget, this is use of car. When employer gives away the asset to you in your name by transferring the ownership, that is a different theory that will come later. Right now I am discussing what? Given away or allowed to use? Allowed to use. So, but whatever, if you are allowed to use the car fully for private purpose, it's an amazing benefit. You will not have to do any office work. Means that car will be parked 24/7 in your building. People will see what car you have. No one knows it is just company car. But whatever a Mercedes, BMW, imagine parked in your building full time. and you are going in that car with your family for your entertainment, full private use. So this is third possibility. Fourth one is what? Partly office, partly private. Means company has given you the keys of the car and company has told you use your car, sorry, you use this car for personal purpose. But bring it in the office also, because sometimes in this car you will have to go here and there for some office work. So you have to do some office work also. Means here it is partly office, partly private. But in both the cases, the car is completely at the disposal of employee. It is parked 24 by 7 in your society, in your building only. But this car is in the control of company, because office to residence means it is only for pickup and drop. So the car is in the custody of company. Even in this case, the car is in the custody of company. You can take the car for office work only and then leave it here only. But in last two cases, the car is in your custody only. You can use completely for your private use. Only thing is here it is fully private. In the last case, it is partly. Okay. See, I have just discussed the four possibilities. Now, whether it is taxable, exempt, you apply your common sense. See, if you try to apply common sense, you will become fundamentally strong. So tell me, what do you feel about this? If car is given completely for office use, yes, it will not be taxable, it will be exempt. In fact, it is not a perquisite only. You know how the word perquisite is derived? Per means personal benefit. Here you are not getting any personal benefit. Yes, no doubt you are getting some comfort. For office work, you might have to go by public transport also. But for office work, you are using company's car. But whatever, you are not getting any personal benefit. So technically speaking, this is not a perquisite only. So how can government tax it? See, what I usually say, where there is benefit, there is tax. But here no benefit, no tax. So see, one by one, let me finish. What I have written, no benefit, no tax. In short, fully exempt. If this comes in the question, you write in the statement, but in the amount column, dash. Okay. Guess about this case. No, this is also not a big thing. You know what government will think? Okay, you are getting a car just for your pickup drop. That's okay, that's normal. Especially the employees of VIP class. That much it deserves. It's a basic thing. Because pickup drop. See, nowadays even for small employees also company keeps a buses for pickup drop. So if you are a VIP employee, a special car might be there for pickup drop. See, even normal employees nowadays get pickup drop through company buses. You have not heard about that? Like many employees working in L&T. Many employees working in L&T, L&T people, L&T is a big company. They kept a bus only for the pickup and drop. So when a basic employee gets this facility, so if the employee is of a high class, even if a Mercedes is kept for that, a BMW, just for pickup drop, it sounds normal, not a great deal. So that's why even this will be exempt. But now you can guess. If car is given for fully private use, full time the car is parked in my building, looking at the car I get so excited. It's an amazing benefit. So now it will not be exempt, it will be taxable. Tell me, what amount will be taxable? This is taxable, but what amount? Apply common sense. Feel you're getting a car. See, taxable means you will write the amount in the statement. But what amount you will write? See, I am preparing a statement like this. See, I will write like this. Free use of car for fully private use. But what should be the amount here? That is my question. You will not make the drawing of a car. This is rupees column. So what amount you will write here? Amount. Same logic. Imagine if I give my car to you, use it, use it. So what will go in my mind? I have given him my car, but my car will get now depreciated. Because whenever our property someone uses, our property gets worn and torn, wear and tear, worn and torn. Okay, so when there is wear and tear, if someone is using, when you use it, there is wear and tear. So my car is getting depreciated. But depreciation is employer's cost. But employer's cost is employee's benefit. So same depreciation. In fact, since it is a car, there are two more benefits you can imagine here. First benefit is you are using boss's car, you are depreciating boss's car. Second is petrol expenses. Imagine boss has told you, since I have given you my car, don't worry, petrol also I will take care. Not feeling happy? Imagine it is for you. Since I have given you my car, boss is saying, petrol expense also I will take care. Petrol, insurance, repairing, maintenance, everything I will take care. So tell me, listening to this, your benefit has reduced or increased? Your happiness is also increased. So increase it. So you will take depreciation plus petrol expenses paid by boss. Now boss says, see, when I say petrol, I mean to say running, maintenance, expense, insurance, repairing, everything is covered. All operating expense of car, whether you call about petrol or repairing or insurance, everything. So first benefit is you are using boss's car, so depreciation. Plus petrol, etc. etc. means it includes everything. That also is paid by boss. So that will increase your benefit, so add in the depreciation. Then boss is saying, oh, I have given you the car, but I forgot, you don't know how to drive the car. You don't know how to drive the car. Don't worry, I will arrange a driver. So now your benefit is again increased. So add a driver's salary also. In short, do like this. See what I have done. First, I will take the depreciation. See, this is always going to come. But other two amounts may or may not come. Which other amounts? Running and maintenance expense. See what I written? If paid by employer. If. See, I am talking everything in superlative. As if the best thing you are getting. But not necessarily every boss will give you the best thing. Some bosses are so miser, what they will say, I have given you the car, be happy with that. Petrol, etc. you manage. But sir, I don't know to drive the car. You learn or leave the car here only. Means what I am saying, this petrol expense, driver salary, it's not necessary that boss will provide. That's why see what I written. If paid by employer, then only add. Driver salary also if paid by employer, then only you will add. And this way, this total will come in the outer column. Don't think how this 50,000 came from. It is just a random figure. Anything I have written. Obviously, when you will add three amounts, you will get something. So let's assume it is 50,000. But this 50,000 is total of three items. So tell me what three items you will add. Depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on cost. Every word is important. 10% per annum. You know the importance of per annum comes when if boss has just given you the car on 1st of Jan and our year ends on March. So Jan, Feb, March only 3 months. So 10% per annum into 3 upon 12. That way you will have to do. So first you will take depreciation at the rate of 10% per annum on cost. Or if it is not boss's own car, he has hired, then higher charges. No, higher charges also there, don't forget that. Huh? See, usually when bosses give you car, it is their own car only. But sometimes, it is possible that company might say that, see, we have promised you to give the car, but we don't have the car. But don't worry, we will hire. We will maintain our promise. We will hire the car and give it to you. So if car is hired and given to employee, then higher charges will be company's expense. And if it is company owned car, then depreciation. See, this is coming for the third time. This explanation I am doing it for the third time. Explain how third time? First time I mentioned about this in house. Because in the house also there was TV, fridge, blah blah blah. So we had followed this concept. But that got added in house value only. Then second time today I did for use of movable asset, other assets. Now even car is a movable asset only. See, actually speaking, this thing and this thing is same. It is just because it is a car, you may get petrol expenditure benefit, driver's benefit also. Otherwise, see, this thing which was there in other asset, I have repeated the same thing in car also. What has come extra in car? Running and maintenance expenses. Because along with car, there comes a tension of petrol and driver salary also. Okay. But I remind you again, this is only if paid by employer. Okay. And looking at the question, you will come to know whether it is paid by employer or not. See, let me see whether you can try this or not. Yes, your doubt? His doubt is something which is related to income from business. But that will be addressed in income from business only. Okay. It will come. I understood doubt in half. But that is different. In income from business, other student don't need to think right now. Let me talk to him. In income from business, the depreciation is from different intention we are charging. And here it is, we are trying to value the benefit. We just want to know what is the benefit is getting. Because we don't have any other option, because these are not monetary things. You are getting car. So how to make it into money? So depreciation. This depreciation is different from that which will come in income from business chapter. Okay. No, that is different. That's what this depreciation is different from that depreciation. Which one? The one which will come in income from business. Okay. And that time after learning that depreciation, it is better to address it out. Okay. So, okay, I was asking this question. Try this. Try this. See, whenever it is car, you will check. What will you check? Out of this four possibility, what is the case? You know, in my Hindi lecture, I say, car mein char. Car mein char. What is char? Four categories. And did you find there are four categories? So in Hindi, it rhymes very nice. Car mein char. So first check what is the case out of the four case. So check in my question. Yes, so this was important to be noted. Fully private. If I would have given fully office, then exam, office to residence, exam. But this is fully private. So taxable. Now tell me what will be the amount. 10% depreciation you will take on this. So that comes to 20,000. Then what about running and maintenance expenses? Nothing is given. So ignore it. Otherwise we cannot imagine some amount. Okay, let us assume also. Boss might have given the money for petrol, but how much? Is there any standard amount that this much petrol is required in every car? Since we don't know the amount, so we are left with no choice but to assume that everything employee is bearing. Petrol he is paying from his pocket, driver also he is paying from his pocket. So he is just enjoying use of car, means depreciation, that's it. So you will just take depreciation, that will be 20,000. 10% of 2 lakhs is 20,000. Okay, let me ask you one more here. Okay, try this. This is a little elaborate point. Again, it is free use of car for fully private. Okay, fully private. Cost of the car is 7 lakhs. So for this you will, on this you can calculate depreciation 10%, that is 70,000. Then running and maintenance expense. See, you should notice this also. Huh? Just because they have given running and maintenance expense, don't get excited. Who is paying? Yeah, then only we can say yes, employee is getting the benefit. What if it was like this? Running and maintenance expense paid by employee. He only is paying the expense. Then when you have to pay the expense from your pocket, what benefit you are getting? Nothing. Okay. But your employer is paying. It is a benefit. So what you will do? Depreciation will be 70,000 and running and maintenance expense 20,000. And driver's salary not given, so zero. Always think about three things. Depreciation, running and maintenance expense, driver. If driver is not there, put zero. So total will become 90,000. This will go to the statement outer column. In short, you just have to remember this formula. And this is nothing great to remember. It goes logical. Now the headache is this. Partly office, partly private. Means boss has given you the car, but boss has said this car you use for your private life. But you will also have to use it for office purpose. Now tell me, if it is for fully private use, it was fully taxable. But if it is for partly private use, it should be partly taxable. Do you agree with this first? Because see, here full private elements so fully taxable. But here fully private or partly? Part. And only the private component should be taxed. Because if you are using the car for office work, you are not getting benefit. Perquisite means personal. So the component of office use doesn't give you a benefit. So we are simply keeping our eyes on private element. But that is only part. So it should be partly taxable, agreed? But in practical life, it becomes very difficult to decide how much is office use and how much is private use. Just try to imagine on your own. Will you ever be able to find out that in the car, how much is office use and how much is private? Don't forget, we prepare statement of one full year. Full year employee might have driven the car. Sometimes he has gone for office work. Sometimes he has gone for movie with family. But how will you come to know to what extent office and to what extent private? First, do you understand why I want to know? Because I want to tax only the private element. But practically it is impossible. Because see, in a day also, when you are driving the car, some kilometers have been driven for office work. Some kilometers for private work. Who will keep the track? Is it practically possible that employee will make a record? Now at 10 o'clock I reached the office. Okay. Now at 12 o'clock I went for office work. So 3 kilometers driving was there. Means actually you will have to keep a record of kilometers. See, use of car can be decided by the kilometers. See, if I say my car has been driven for 1 lakh kilometers, then you can say the sir's car has been used a lot. And if I say I have driven my car only for 5,000 kilometers, so it's a new car. So use of car depends upon the kilometers of driving. But how will you come to know how many kilometers of driving was there in office and how many kilometers driving was for private use? It is not possible. Even if employee says, no, I will maintain the record, that record can never be trustworthy. Because employee will always say, I have driven the car for 20,000 kilometer, but 19,000 kilometer was for office work only. Hardly 1,000 kilometers of driving was with my wife and children. Means a person can always lie. So see, I wanted to say two things. Firstly, it is very difficult to keep a record of how many kilometers driving was in office, how many kilometer driving was in private. Secondly, even if someone says, yes, I will maintain the record, it is very difficult to trust it. Because even if some says, I keep a detailed diary, whenever I start the car, I note down that how many kilometers I went for office work, how many kilometers private. So even if someone says I am maintaining the record, how will government trust? Because people, they want to pay less tax. So what they will always say, out of so many kilometers of driving, my majority kilometer was in office only. Who is going to check? It will create an argument. That's why you know what government has done? Government has standardized some amounts. Fully taxable will be wrong. See, someone suggested that since how much portion is office, how much is private, we cannot find out, make it fully taxable. But see, if government makes it fully taxable, people will revolt. Why fully taxable? We are using the car only sometime for private life. Sometime we are using for office life. So it cannot be fully taxable. So the solution is what you know, government has standardized some amounts. Based on some fixed amount means it will go on assumption basis. That this is the amount of benefit you got. Means now you will have to remember some amounts. And you know why that standardization was necessary? Otherwise, if you want to find out the actual thing, it's very difficult. You know, best actually it should be done like this. See, first you should find out this amount. Then you should see how much is office portion in this and how much is private. See, like this 50,000 was just a random figure, but how did we calculate 50,000? This plus this plus this. Okay. So actually we want to do like this. First assume it's fully private. Then bifurcate. How? How much is office purpose and how much is private use. But that bifurcation is a challenge. That's what I was saying right now. You heard or not, understood or not? That bifurcation is very difficult. Who will keep a record of kilometers driven in office work, kilometers driven in private work? It's very difficult. That's why government says we will not follow this approach only. They standardize some amount. What are the standard amounts? I'll tell you, wait. It is like this. Sometimes 600 per month will become taxable. Sometimes 900. Sometimes 1800. Sometimes 2400. Don't go into this right now. Don't look now. Don't look there. Look at me. That means some amounts, can you see? This fixed amounts you will have to by heart. And I will convince each amount. But that amount will be written directly in the outer column. Because government says we don't want the headache of bifurcation. See, this government can easily find out. Whatever car you are using for partly office, partly private, depreciation we can find out. Running and maintenance expense, everything will be found out. But then the challenge will arise in bifurcation. So that government doesn't want that headache. That's why government says we will not see the actual figures. Actual figure means what is the actual cost of the car to take depreciation, what is the actual petrol expense. We will not see actuals. We will go as per a standard figure. And you know what is the standard figure? See, sometimes 600 per month, sometimes 900, sometimes 1800, sometimes 2400. But you know these figures what you will do? You will multiply by 12. These are all per month. And this amount will be written directly in the outer column. A shortcut method. Now you will wonder how these amounts have come. These are just random amount. See, government wants to tax you. But government is not able to determine what? Government is not able to determine how much is the private element and how much is office. And as someone suggested, make it fully taxable. That also government cannot do. People will start fighting. So that's why government had no choice but to standardize the amount. Okay. So see, first you convince yourself, yes, there was a need of standard amount. Because otherwise government had no choice. Okay. Now see, standard amount depends upon, look here. If petrol expenses, see when I say petrol, I mean to say repairing, insurance, maintenance, everything is covered. The broad term is running and maintenance expense. Running and maintenance. If it is paid by employee, then the amounts are smaller. If it is paid by employer, then the amounts are bigger. But here what I have written, the car is owned by employer. Means the car which you are using, it is owned by employer or it is employer's car given to you for use. But after the car is been given, what about the expenses of petrol, etc.? There are two possibilities, either employee pays or employer pays. Okay. See, the chart is big, here also something will come up. But if I open up the chart fully together, you will find it a mess. Right now, just settle this part. By the way, in this part, what you have seen? Car is owned by employer, means boss is not giving you the car. You already have a car. You already have your own car. It is just your petrol, etc. Either you yourself pay or employer is paying. But we will go into that part later. Right now, imagine here, car is owned by employer and given to you. Feel that. Feel in imagination that boss has given his car to us. Now, in this first column, it is expenses you will have to pay. And here, car is also given by boss. Expense also paid by boss. So, your benefit is little bigger. So, tell me, 600 and 900. Can you see there is something written here? 600 should be taken if the car is having a smaller capacity. You know, every car has an engine. Engine capacity is called cubic capacity. It is measured in terms of liters. You can say 1.6 liter or 1600 cc. I don't know whether you have knowledge about bikes and cars. Many times in bikes and car they mention cc. Cc is a very common short form for cubic capacity. Actually that determines the strength of the engine. So if you have got a very big car like Mercedes, etc., Range Rover, they have got a very big engine. Definitely it is above 1600 cc. But all the local cars which you see on the road, normal Maruti, Wagoner, etc., they are all below 1600 cc. Some are 1200 cc. Anyways, that cc information will be given in the question. They will not give you the model of the car and decide. Don't expect they will give in the question, it is Hyundai Verna. Now you should know. See, you are a CA student. You are not a student of car studies. You are not expected to have knowledge about which car is having how much capacity. So, cubic capacity will be given in the question. If it is 1600 or less, then amount will be small. Because that means you have got a small size car. Small means it is not a big heavy engine car, normal car. Then amount is 600 per month. But if you have got a good quality car having a good engine, it will be 900 per month. But on this side the amount has increased. Why? Because your benefit, your happiness is also increased. Because firstly, car owned by employer is given to you. Expenses also paid by boss. So that means it is a super duper benefit. So amount will be super duper. Instead of 600 here, it is 1800. Instead of 900 here, it is 2400. So in short, these four amounts you will have to buy at. Will you be able to decide when to take this, when to take this, when to take this, when to take this? Can you decide? Yes. For this and this you have to see the CC. But it is a case when employee himself is bearing the expense. But if boss is bearing all the expenses, then 1800 and 2400 depending upon the size of the car, engine capacity of the car. Okay. Can you see one asterisk mark here? Yes. That is for driver. See, what does this mean? Read. Paid by employee means what is paid by employee? Running and maintenance expense like petrol, repair, insurance, etc. But I didn't talk about driver. Yes. For driver, you have to separately think that if company has provided a driver also, so your benefit is increasing. So all these amounts will be increased by 900. Every amount you have to increase by 900 if driver is also provided. No, if employer provides driver, employer. If you arrange your own driver, then forget it. If a company has provided you a driver, if company is paying the salary for the driver, then only your benefit is said to have increased. So then what you will do, where you are taking 600, you will take 600 plus 900, extra 900 for driver. If in the question they say, expenses all employee was supposed to pay, running and maintenance, etc., but driver company has given. What? This is what? Expenses paid by employee, petrol, etc., but driver company has given. So at least driver you are getting, so in this amount you will add 900 more. But this means petrol, etc., is also paid by company, and now company gives you driver also. So these amounts are already big. You will make it further big by adding 900. In short, keep the driver factor separate. First, take a decision on these four amounts. And once you decide, then check, is there driver in the question? It's not there, and forget it. If it is there, check, is it provided by boss? It should not be from your pocket. Huh? Is it provided by boss? Then your benefit will increase. Then you add 900. See, it is very simple to decide which amounts to take. But you will have to remember these amounts. So tell me without looking how it was. 6, 9, 18, 24. 6, 9, visualize this image. 6, 9, 18, 24. Means there is no connection actually. If you try to say, here it was 6, 3 times 1800. Here it was 9, 3 times is 2700. But here it is 2400. Means don't apply such connection. Just by heart like this. 600, 900, 1800, 2400. Okay, wait, is doubt. Fixed amount. 900 is a fixed amount, irrespective of the type of the driver. See, actual driver's salary might be 2000 also. But we assume 900 is private. See, logic of 900 is what you know. Let's assume driver's actual salary is 2000 per month. But then driver is driving the car for office purpose also. So it would be wrong to take full driver salary. See, boss might have given him a driver of 2000 salary. But is driver driving only for private? Don't forget, it is partly office, partly private. And the problem is we don't know how much office, how much private. So even if driver's salary is 2000, we assume 900 is private. See, these amounts are also on lower side. Huh? If government would have made this amount little big, people would have revolted. That how can you say this is private element? You come and see, hardly we get some private element. Means already the amounts are fixed by the law on a lower side. So that no employee can argue with income tax department that you are exploiting us. Okay. But government said that something we have to fix. And always they fix on a lower side so that any person should not feel bad. You can look at the example of driver only. Tell me, a normal driver, if you keep a driver for your car, around 2000, 3000 will be the minimum salary. Nowadays they take salary of 10,000 also. Drivers per month. So imagine actual salary might be say 7,000, 8,000, 10,000. But government is assuming 900 as private. See, 900 is assumed as private component. Because actually we don't know how much is office, how much is private. So you should respect government that 900 they have kept it on a very lower side. Okay. But if government gets greedy, they can say, why 900? Nowadays driver's salary you see 10,000 per month. So around half of the driver is helping in private. They could have kept amount till 5,000 also. But they have kept it very nominal. The logic of standardizing the amount was what? Because if we see the actual figure and then we try to bifurcate, it is becoming a challenge. I started that way only, huh? I directly didn't show this amount. First I started with a challenge. The challenge is what? If you see the actual figures, actual means actual depreciation of the car, actual running and maintenance, actual driver salary. If you see the actual amount and then if you struggle to bifurcate how much is office and how much is private, it will become a challenging task. And government doesn't want to go in that headache. That's why for private, they have standardized the amount. And that is what we have studied here. Okay, let me give you a practice whether you can use this knowledge or not. Okay, try this. Is it the same thing which I am teaching right now? See, right now I am teaching that only partly office, partly private. I call it as POPP. POPP means POPP, partly office, partly private. So this is a car for POPP, partly office, partly private. See, it's written partly private. So partly private means balance part is office only. Partly private, so partly private and partly office only. Now don't wait that they should also write the word office. Partly private, that's it. It's not fully private. Then what to do in such case? So see here, first you have to check whether it is, wait, is it car owned by employer? Assume sometimes you have to understand the English properly. Yes, very good. Free. See, if I tell you, use my car free, free word will come when? When it is my car. If it would have been your car only, will anyone tell you, use it for free? Use it for me, I will use it, it's my car. See, the word free itself is suggesting what? It is employer's car, but he is allowing you to use free. So one thing is for sure, it is a car owned by employer. Anyways, car owned by employer, I haven't taught only. If I am not taught only, I will not give you the testing for that. So it is a car owned by employer because of the word free use of car. Then who is paying the expenses? Is the question very clear? Expenses paid by employer. So that means in my drawing it is on the right side. Okay. Now the question is whether I should take 1800 or 2400. That depends upon the cubic capacity. What did I say? Cubic capacity. Now this is CC means cubic capacity. It is not given in the question. So what to assume? See, what did I say one day? Assumption should be such which is very common. Tell me, in the road when you go, what are the majorities car which you find? Mercedes only or normal cars? Normal. So 1600 cc. See, assumption should be such which is more common. And employees also, it's not every employee is getting Mercedes, Range Rover, BMW. The employees get such car also. But when the problem is silent, make a rational assumption. So you will assume it is up to 1600 cc. So accordingly my choice is 1800 per month. But then can you see the asterisk mark? This is reminding you about driver. Now about driver, have the problem said anything? So ignore driver. Nothing is given means it is self-driven car. Employee himself is driving the car, there is no driver. See, unnecessary, don't assume driver should also be there. Why? Having a driver is something unusual. And your assumption should not go on unusual track. Usually people drive their own car. Yes, there are very rich people, they keep their own driver. But having a driver is something unusual. And for assumption, don't take the unusual track. Take what is normal. So since driver information is not given, we'll ignore driver. So finally we'll end up with this amount. So how will you do the presentation? In the statement you will write free use of car for partly office, partly private. In the amount column, sorry, in the bracket you will show 1800 into 12. Into 12, 21,600, outer column 21,600. That's it. So this was right hand side of the chart. Okay. Now this part is remaining. Guess this part now. This is little different. Here what I have written, car owned by employee. Now imagine it is your car only. Boss told you I am ready to give you car. Employee said what you will give me? I have my car. Means imagine now employee himself is owning the car. But next question came of petrol etc. So see, it is paid by employee only. So car is owned by employee, petrol etc. I mean to say running and maintenance expense also paid by employee. So what to do? Ignore such. This is not a benefit only. Such items do not have place in our discussion. See, your sir is discussing what? Perquisites, where employee gets benefit, and where there is benefit we think of tax. But no benefit, no tax. And here there is no benefit only. Car is owned by employee, expense also he pays. So ignore it. But what about this? Wait. See, I have already written here. Wait. Ignore, no benefit, okay? Then try this. Here can you say no benefit? Here you are getting benefit. Although it is your own car. Employee is owning the car. Can you see employee owned car? But boss is paying the money for petrol etc. So now please visualize this. Imagine you are having your car. Okay. And I am your boss. And I told you I will give you 40,000 for petrol etc. For your petrol etc. means running, maintenance, repairing etc. For that I give you 40,000. So will you pay for tax on full 40,000? The next question will be, thank you boss, you again 40,000, but out of 40,000 major amount is spent in office. Because don't forget the car is being used for office also, private also. So although it is your car, and sometimes employees are ready to use their car for office work also. And boss has given you, let's assume 40,000 for petrol etc. But you will not pay tax on full 40. Although you felt good when boss gave money for petrol, but then why tax on full 40? Because out of 40,000 some petrol was used in, but how much? We don't know. So you know what you'll do? Whatever amount you got from boss, means 40,000 in my example, from 40,000 minus a standard amount. Assume it went in office work. Balance is private. 40,000 is just an example. Please don't buy at 40,000. In the question they will say it was employee's car, but for the petrol etc. boss gave 40,000 or 50,000. They will give some amount. What is this amount? This thing. See, when I am saying expenses paid by employer, so what is the amount he paid? 40, 50, some amount he might have paid. That will be given. And from that, you deduct a standard amount, assuming it is for office. And you know what you will deduct? 1800 per month if you are having a small car, 2400 per month if you are having a big car. Minus that, assuming it is for office. Balance will be taxable. So can you make a formula? Total amount given by the boss minus a standard amount assumed for office purpose. Balance is private. See, here the technology is little different. Huh? See, here what we are doing, directly this amount is assumed to be private. What? 600, 900, 1800, 2400. Here the assumption is what? This much amount we assume it's private benefit. But here the strategy is little different. See, first you will see how much amount you receive from employer. Like I gave the example, your boss gave 40,000. 40,000 for what he gave? See, in real life, you will have to produce all bills, huh? All the petrol bills, whenever your car went to a garage, mechanics bill, all bills you will have to show the company. And you have to show, see, company, I have spent so much on petrol, repairing, etc. And let's assume it is 40,000. Company has given you right away 40,000. But then you will not pay tax on full 40, right? Because the amount of 40 which boss has given, you have used some portion in office also. But how much portion? We assume 1800. See here, a fixed amount is assumed for office use, and that is 1800 and 2400. And you know here why big amounts? Because government wants to do give big benefit. Less 1800, less 2400, not this small amounts. So 1800 or 2400 you will deduct. But when to deduct 18, when to deduct 2400? Depending upon the size of your car. Size means the engine capacity. If employee's car is a small Wagoner, etc., then minus 1800 per month. Otherwise, if employee is having a hi-fi car, then 2400 per month. But this amount you will deduct. Balance you will write in the outer column of the main statement. You know why I am stressing? Because students get messed up in what you know. These amounts are what? Directly to be written in the outer column. But here, this is the deduction given to you. This is the exemption. That 1800 exempt, 2400 exempt, assuming it is for office. Because see, here it is your car only. So it is a pure monetary benefit. See, in the right hand side, you know, car was mainly of employer. So when boss gives you car, it principally becomes a non-monetary item. But here what is happening? Car is yours only. Now what boss is doing? Giving money. So it becomes a monetary item. And money can be easily measured. How much money boss gave? Take that as the base minus standard deduction for office purpose. Balance is private. Okay. And if boss, in my example I gave 40,000, remember? If boss gave 40,000 for driver also, means that 40,000 was for petrol, including driver also. Then you will deduct not 1800 and 2400, you will deduct increased amount. Increase it by 900. Means instead of 1800, it will be 1800 plus 900. Instead of 2400, 2400 plus 900. But that is when, if this, what is this amount received from employer, includes something for driver also. Okay. So if I say you keep 40,000 for your petrol, keep 20,000 for driver, keep 60,000. Okay. Keep 60,000. So from 60,000 you will get a standard deduction how much? Not 1800, 1800 plus 900. And if it's a big car, 2400 plus 900. So you will get a higher deduction. So that's it. This was little bit lengthy theory. So finally look, in my Hindi batch, you know what I say? Look here. कार में चार, चौथे में फिर चार. What do you mean by this? In car, there are 4 cases. चार means 4. And चौथे में फिर चार means in the 4th case, there are further 4 bifurcation. I didn't show this 4 bifurcation. See, this 4 means I mean to say this 1, 2, 3, 4. So always remember, in car there are char. Char means 4. So in car there are 4 varieties, and in the 4th variety again there are 4 varieties. Just name this, make this as a chart. What was this? What was this? What was this? Answer. My hands are paining at it. Office use fully exempt. Then office residence exempt. This is fully private. Taxable, depreciation, running and maintenance, driver salary, blah blah blah. Okay. And then partly again in that 4 cases. These 4 cases, tell me how it was. Car owned by employee, car owned by employer. Then further bifurcation. Expenses paid by employee, expenses paid by employer. And this expense includes everything, not driver. Huh? Driver we will think separately. So car owned by employee, car owned by employer. Expense paid by employee, paid by employer. Expense paid by employee, paid by employer. So four classification. So start one way. Car owned by employee, expense also paid by employee. Ignore it. Car owned by employee, expenses paid by employer. So whatever boss gives you minus a fixed amount for office purpose, either 1800 or 2400. And if amount received is for driver also, deduct higher amount. Then this was car owned by employee, car owned by employer, their expense paid by employee, then 600 900. Expense paid by employer 1800 and 2400. These are the fixed amounts you will have to remember. And the logic was, it is impossible to make a bifurcation of how much is private and how much is office. Okay. See, this note A means what, you know? This thing. Okay. And here partly office, partly private, I have written note B. Note B means that big chart which I have shown right now. This big chart, see here. If you want, you can make one chart only. Like this means this can be further expanded. See here you can write that formula, depreciation plus running maintenance expense plus driver's salary. But here it is if paid by employer, if paid by employer. This thing I have written from where, you know, from here. Okay. And then this you can further expand into four parts. Okay. See, I didn't want to confuse you by giving all together. But once you understood, you can make everything in one chart only. In one chart, everything will come. Okay. So this was car facility. Okay, now we will take one question, but frankly speaking, you will not get any great thing in question. So it's better first I finish the theory. Some things are left over here. See, let me mark what we have done. See here, today I did use of mobile assets. Car facility is also done. Now see what is remaining. Transfer of mobile assets and ESOPs. Okay. So first I'll finish this. Transfer of mobile asset. See, before I go to the theory of transfer, recap the theory of use of mobile asset. Firstly, what is the difference between use and transfer? Use means you are just allowed to use it and boss will take back the asset. And transfer means he has given away. It is yours forever. Ownership is transferred. Okay. So here what we did in use, remember the chart? Computer or laptop fully exempt. Car detailed discussion we did. And for other asset, depreciation or higher charges. Okay. Now if it is transfer of mobile asset, then again the chart is like this. First guess what should be the treatment of transfer of mobile asset. Should it be exempted or taxable? See, transferring for free of cost is not normal. See, if company allows you to use laptop, use computer as facilities, that sounds normal also. But if company says, take this laptop, it's your now. Take this car, it's your now. Means they are just giving away the asset to you. Why to give away? Employee is not your property for lifetime. So why are you giving some property to him for lifetime? Employee will work as long as works. He is a temporary employee. Whether he works for 20 years, 10 years, but he is not forever your property. So why are you giving your property to him? So transferring something absolutely to the employee, it's little weird. So that's why government will tax it. It will be taxable. But how much? That depends upon the type of item. See what are the varieties. If boss gives you computer laptop, the rule is different. Boss gives you car, the rule is different. If he gives some other asset, rule is different. In all cases, it is taxable. But why the rule is different, I will make you understand. But first, make your imagination how this should be taxed. Take an example like boss has given one laptop to you, keep it, it's yours forever. Keep it with you. Imagine this is a laptop and I told you this laptop is henceforth your property now. And boss is saying that you can pay me just 2000 rupees for this. Just give me 2000 and keep it, it's yours now, it's yours. Means boss is not giving completely free, huh? He may give also, but let's assume it is not completely free. Boss is charging some 2000. So he has given you a laptop and he has charged you 2000. So how to apply common sense? How is the benefit here? Although you paid 2000, but laptop doesn't have a worth of 2000. It's a laptop. So you have to see what is the worth of the laptop. If I say the laptop's worth was 40,000 and you paid only 2000, so then what is the benefit? 38,000 or not? Assume the worth of the laptop is 40,000 and I am charging you only 2000. So 2000 is nothing. But for that you are getting a laptop worth 40. So 40,000. So difference is what? 38. So 38,000 is the benefit. So make a formula. 40 minus 2000 in wordings WDV minus sale price. 40,000 is called its WDV because the laptop which I gave you, it's not a brand new laptop. It is a used laptop. Company was having the laptop since years. And used laptops, WDV has to be taken. Yes, if you say, sir, whatever fresh laptop is given, then the cost and WDV is same. In accounts you studied, if when the asset is new in the first year, original cost and written down value is the same. That you can apply by common sense. But right now, assume in my example, the laptop which I gave, I was using it for years. It is a used laptop given to you for 2000. So 2000 is the price which I am charging, but I will compare it with 40. 40,000 is called the WDV. That's why see the formula which I written is WDV less selling price. First convince yourself with this formula, then only I will move ahead. The formula is correct or not. Best is imagine these figures which I gave you. I gave you a laptop. It was a used laptop. But whatever, it is not a scrap. It is still in a good working condition. So today it has got a written down value of 40. But I am just charging you 2000. So 40,000 becomes a WDV on my screen. 2000 is the sale price. Means I have sold it for 2000. So that is 2000 in my example is the sale price. So difference 38,000 will be taxable. But you know why 3 assets 3 times why I have written? This is same everywhere. So what was the point in making 3 columns in the chart? Because to find WDV, you have to take rate of depreciation. How will you find WDV? WDV means what? It's today's written down value. So that depends upon what was the original cost. Then you have to depreciate, you have to come to the written down value. But what should be the rate of depreciation? If it is computer, 50%. If it is car, 20%. If it is other asset, 10%. 50, 20, 10. You know what is this? This is the rate of depreciation. Rate of depreciation. These are the rate. Why do you need the rate of depreciation? Because in the question they will not give you ready-made WDV. Right now I just give you ready-made figure. Imagine a laptop worth 40,000. I sold for 2,000. So what do you think? 40,000 will be given ready-made? They won't give you. Yes, they will give in the question that I have sold it for 2,000. That will be given. But what it is worth today, you will have to find out. But for that, you know what they will do? They will give the original cost when it was purchased long back. And in accounts, you have studied this. If you know the original cost of some old asset, you can bring it down to the current by reducing it. WDV method, reducing balance method. Here you have to follow WDV method, right? And you know why it is like this? 50%, here 20%, and here 10%. Why? My doubt is why computer 50 and why car 20? Because see, rate of depreciation depends upon life of the asset. Longer the life, smaller the rate. Because it's common sense. If you find some asset will live for long life, so it is going to be there with us for long life. So we provide less depreciation, smaller rate. But vice versa now, smaller the life, bigger the rate. And computer's life is very short. Why did I say computer's life is short? Computer is a technology. Technology becomes outdated within 2-3 years. Even if I buy a brand new laptop today, but after 2-3 years it can become outdated. Why? New technology will come. Windows 11, Windows 12, Windows, so many Windows you heard. Okay. So because technology of computer changes very fast, we believe the life of computers and laptop is small. And smaller the life, bigger the rate of depreciation. That is the logic of 50. Now you cannot argue why 50. See, idea is if for car we keep 20, computer we have to keep high. Because cars have a better life. Motor car does not become outdated within 2-3 years. But a laptop can become. So the rate should match. If for car government has said 20, for computer it has to be higher. So higher is 50. Okay. And for other assets it is 10%. See, cars use is rigorous. So its life is little smaller compared to all other items. Like if you have a video camera, you might not be using video camera daily. But car is a daily use item. So here also you will find a more wear and tear. So rate is little more compared to the other assets. See, if you understand with proper thinking, you can by heart. You can remember. Otherwise, without applying your brain, you simply 50, 20, 10, 50, 20, study 1,000 times also, you will forget it. But if you understand the concept, yes, computer has a what? Smaller life. So smaller life, the rate should be higher. So automatically it will click, yes, 50%. Wait, he has a doubt. See, his doubt is what, look. The example which I gave, from that he has a doubt. What example I gave? Company has given you a laptop. Its worth is 40,000, but company has sold it for 2,000 only. So from your angle, what is the benefit? From your angle, from your employee's angle. Wow, I got a laptop worth 40,000 and I just paid 2,000. So 38,000 is the benefit for you. But now his doubt is from company's angle it is what? For company's angle it is a loss. But how will company record that as loss? This I will teach in income from business chapter. Because whenever you start thinking from the perspective of a company, immediately income from business chapter should come to your mind. Because you are working as an employee, for you it is income from salary. But boss is carrying on a big business. For him it is income from business. So his doubt is something relating to income from business. Yes, it's true that for boss it has become a loss. He gave laptop worth 40 just for 2000. But how to record the loss, it will be too early for me to explain. See, if I want to teach in accounting language, I can easily explain. Transfer that to P&L account debit side. From the balance sheet, remove that laptop. Other effect, accounting entry I can explain. But accounts and tax are little different. Accounts tell me in accounts what will be the effect. From the company's balance sheet, laptop will go away. Okay, at book value. So assume 40,000 only. Okay, and cash will increase by 2,000 and 38,000 loss will go to P&L. But accounting entry, I am not here to teach accounts. I should teach you from tax point of view, but from taxation point of view, teaching you this, it will be too early. But don't worry, when we come to income from business, automatically you will be able to relate. And if you want, that time I will relate and explain. Because in income tax, things are little unusual. There is something called block of assets. There is a different technology we follow. And sometimes there comes capital gains. All this is not there in accounts. Accounts what we do, loss transfer to P&L. But in income tax, loss can be capital loss also. It can be business loss also. In short, I am just telling you various technical reasons due to which I cannot address this doubt now. And his doubt pertain to that only, that what will be the effect for the boss. It will come in income from business, okay. Anyway, so where we were, WDV minus selling price is the standard formula. But what difference you are finding? Here WDV as per 50% rate of depreciation. And here WDV will be as per 20%. Here it will be as per 10%. One more surprise you will see. Here as per WDV method. Here also WDV method. Here as per straight line method. SLM. Straight line method. Why? Because see, this is other assets. In other assets, you can imagine 1,000 varieties. God knows which asset is this. See, this 50% we decided considering the nature of computer, that they have a short life. And when we see the nature of the asset and we derive the rate, we go as per WDV method, which is more realistic. See, SLM is a time pass method. SLM, what it does? It makes the asset zero. In straight line method, what happens? You depreciate it, after some year it will become zero. Does any asset become zero? No. Even if I make the worst use of the asset, at the end if I sell, I will get some scrap. But straight line makes zero. So straight line is not a realistic method. But the 50% is a real rate. Looking computer in mind. So WD method is a real method suitable. So see, when we see the type of the asset and we decide the rate, we take WDV. But here 10% is random. Just general 10%. Because understand government's problem. Will government make rule for each and every asset? That if boss gives you camera, do this. If boss gives you mobile, do this. This way there can be thousands of assets. So your government has done a compromise. That other asset just take 10% SLM. Because there is no solution. If we try to find out for each and every asset, law will become complicated, right? And anyways, other assets is a rare chance. At the most in real life, what will happen? Your boss might give the laptop to you. Boss will say, okay, this laptop till now you're using, now I'll sell it to you. Keep it. Or the car. These are the most common items. Other asset is what? There may be possibility. So for the sake of that, government has made a rule. But this itself is a rare case. But whatever, it is worth to be noted that here it is straight line method. Okay. And this 10% is just a random rate, not keeping in mind the nature of the asset. Okay. But this 50 and 20 is keeping in mind the nature of the asset. Computer, shorter life 50%. Car 20%. That way. Just highlight this thing. This is important. Straight line method, here it is. Okay, then try this one. See, this looks very simple. Yes, depreciation we can calculate, WD we can calculate. Try, you will find it challenging now. Try this example. Take your calculator, take your own time, try on your own. Here what has happened, there is a car costing 8 lakhs which employer purchased in 23rd June 2019. It was purchased way back in 2019 and it is sold to the employee on 5th December 23. Means our year. In exam what is our year? 23, 24. And it is sold for 1 lakh. What I want to know from you, that in this statement, what amount will come in the outer column? Try. I hope you are using this formula WDV minus selling price. I know you will be stuck up at some place. That's okay. It's not possible that you get absolutely right answer, but I want you to try first. Okay, now see here. See, one most important point over here is what that when you find the WDV, how many years depreciation you will deduct? That is little tricky over here, which you will not be able to imagine. You are going as per your accounting common sense, but here it is little different. But is this going in your mind that to find WDV I will have to minus number of years of depreciation, but how many years? See, this cost is incurred when? Cost is incurred when? 23rd June 19. So that is old cost. We will have to bring it down, reduce it by WDV method, and we have to bring it in the current year. What is our current year? 23, 24. But how many years depreciation you deduct? The car was purchased, the original cost is incurred on 23rd June. So how many years depreciation? Here will you go as per calendar year or financial year? How you will go? Usually in income tax we go as per financial year. April to March, April to March, April to March. But if you think like that, you will find 23rd June it was purchased. So how to find depreciation? So see here it is what you know. Here neither you will go as per calendar year nor you will go as per financial year. Here you will go from date to date. Cut to cut depreciation. Cut to cut means if you purchase a car on look, when did you purchase a car? See this 23rd June 19. So your 1 year will get over on 22nd June 2020. Do you know the year expires on 1 day prior? Because it was 23rd, I took 1 day prior, 22nd. That is why whenever December is the year ending 31st December, year starts when? 1st Jan. 1st Jan is what? The preceding day. Day before 31st December. So did you understand it will be 22nd June? Don't say 23rd to 23rd. See on 23rd a new year will start. So this way you have to count the years. From date to date, cut to cut. And see this is not my choice. All this is written in the act. Okay. Wait. Still it is not over. Help me calculate the number of years. The first year of car is, what is the happy birthday of the car? Happy birthday means when was a car purchased? 23rd June 19. So your first year is expiring on 22nd June 20. Second year will start on 23rd June 20 and it will get over on 22nd June 21. Then next year 21, 22nd June 22. Then 23rd June 22, 22nd June 23. But this way how long you will do? Till the date of sale. You have to keep in mind the date of sale. And in my this thing, date of sale has not yet come. We have measured till 22nd June 23. And what is the date of sale? 5th December. So see, better will be this thing. Look at this how I have done. Till here we did. It is the same thing which I was writing right now. From 23rd June 19 to 22nd June 20. So 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23. But still our date of sale has not come. So after this, what is the next year?
23rd, 5th December, 23.
No, complete the whole year. 22nd.
22nd.
See here only here. See this. This is the date of sale. 5th December 23. But is this becoming a complete year or incomplete? Because the date of sale is somewhere in the middle. In the middle of this 23, 24. And the year which is incomplete, you have to ignore it. See, this is a policy made by government. And you will say, why like this? See, government has to make one policy. Government cannot give a choice to public. Do however you want. It is government's rule. They will decide what to do. So what they have decided, firstly you have to go from exact date of purchase and cut to cut you have to measure 1 year. And the year remains incomplete. The year which remains incomplete, ignore it. See, these years got completed or not? But the last year is incomplete. Why? Because this last year will get complete when? 22nd June 24. But before that the car is sold only. Do you agree this 5th December is falling in this slab? But whatever, this year has become complete or incomplete. See, boss was having the car only in this period. Then what boss did? He gave his car to the employee. He sold his car. But did he use for the whole year? No. So only the number of years which was fully used, full year, only that will be counted for depreciation purpose. So tell me, which years will be considered? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Incomplete year you will ignore. So now calculate. So how many? See this, although the example is of car, but look, his doubt is good, pay attention. Although the example is of car, but the policy of counting the number of years which I am explaining, it is same for computer, car, others. For all the types of asset, the rule is same. Only thing is here if you are taking 50, here it is 20, here it is 10, and here WDV method, here it is straight line method, but the policy and the rule for calculating number of years is same. So tell me, how will you calculate number of years? You will start from the exact date when boss purchased. So tell me, if in the question they say there was a laptop which boss purchased on 19th August 20. So count 19th August 20 to 18th August 21. This way you will count one year. Okay, what if they say boss was having a digital camera which he purchased on 5th May 2016. 5th May 2016. So start from that only. 5th May 2016 to 4th May 2017. And this way 17, 18. Like that you have to count. And the number of years which are full, consider it. And the year which is incomplete means the last year when sale took place, that year you ignore it. You have to take complete years, sir, but complete years will start from the exact date of purchase. It will be from cut to cut, date to date.
If it is 21st June, then also we should not consider.
See, her doubt is what? Look here. Her doubt is what? If this date, you are not listening, this is important. If this 5th December 23 was 21st June 24 year, then also incomplete. When this year will be said complete? When the sale is on exact 22nd June. Coincidentally, if the sale is on exact 22nd June, then this year is completed. Because 26th June is the date when year completes. Then we will count that year only. Then so it's a big coincidence that coincidentally in the 5th year, last day it was sold. Means 26th June. Did you understand her doubt? She is actually changing this date. Instead of this, if it would have been 22nd June 24, then dot 5th year is getting complete. Then you will take. But even if it is just one day less, incomplete. See, incomplete means incomplete. Whether it is incomplete just by one day or half of the year. Incomplete is always incomplete. Okay. Here you cannot bargain. It's almost over. Almost, see, law has to go as per strict rule. So even if one day is left, it's incomplete. Yes. His doubt is also, see, if actually it is 26 June 24, then it will not come in our statement only. We are preparing the statement for financial year 23-24. He raised this point. Sir, if you say the sale date is exact 26 June 23, then the transaction is, 22nd June 24. I said by mistake. Means if the sale date is exact 22nd June 24, then it is not falling in our year. Then it is a financial year 24-25. So it will come in next year's statement. But anyways, don't worry about that. When we are given these sums in the exam, they will give the transaction of sale in our financial year only. What is our year? 1st April 23 to March 24. It will come between that only. They cannot give a transaction which took place in some other year. They have to give you a question which pertains to a financial year 1st April 23 to 31st March 24. So accordingly, see, my sale date was thoughtfully given. See, purchase date I randomly gave. 19, 16, I can give anything. But date of sale, it is noteworthy. It will always be from 1/4/23 to 31st March 24. It will be between that only. So tell me then, how will you calculate WDV? This is original cost. Then how many years depreciation minus? 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is by WDV method, reducing balance method. It's one and the same, WDV method, reducing balance method. See, I have done here. First year depreciation, second year, third year, fourth year. See, once you decide the number of years, then it is a simple thing. So this is the WDV. You know, actually it is, what does it mean? The car is having a worth of 3,27,680. But boss has sold you for just 1 lakh. Feel, take it on you. A car having a value of 3 lakhs 27,680 as per its current WDV, and for that you just paid 1 lakh. So what is the difference? 2,27,000 is the benefit which you got. Precisely 2,27,680. And that you will write in your statement in the outer column. Means in the employee statement of income from salary, it will come transfer of movable asset, car. Okay, and you have to prepare a working note. In bracket you write working note, and in working note you have to show all this. And in the main outer column, what you will write? WDV minus selling price. My WDV is 327,680 minus selling price is 1 lakh. So difference is 227,680. It will come in outer column. Okay. See, although it was an example of car, but same goes with computer, other asset. Only thing is, if I change my example from car to computer, the depreciation rate will change. But this rule which I explained will remain the same. Okay. But be careful, I have seen silly mistakes here. In other assets, you have to take straight line method. Huh? Be careful. And in straight line method, every year, once depreciation decided, every year it will be the same straight line method. Okay. So this is transfer of movable asset. See, after some time, you know, you will get mixed in what? Use of movable asset, transfer of movable asset. So do one thing, right now only make a parallel comparison. Use, transfer. In use also computer car others, transfer also computer car others. At least the style of the chart is same. See, here also it was computer car others, and I'll show you that use chart also. Where is the use chart? See, here also computer car others. At least the structure is same. Okay, now don't look here. Tell me. For use, computer, car others. So what is the rule for computer? Exempt. And if it is transfer, it's not exempt. Taxable, WDU minus sale price. WDU based on 50% depreciation as per WDU method. Okay. Then in use chart, car, detailed discussion. Okay. And then transfer chart, car, WDU minus selling price. And WDU based on 20% depreciation as per WDU method. Okay. Then computer, car, other asset. Your other asset, if you are allowed to use, depreciation or higher charges. Your other asset, WDU minus selling price. 10% by SLM. See, in transfer chart, everything is WDU minus selling price. WDU minus selling price. But in the use chart, be careful. For use, when it is use of computer exam, use of car, a detailed chart, and use of other asset, depreciation or higher charges. Okay. So almost we have reached as the verge of ending. It's now everything is small only. Wait. What we did right now, transfer of movable asset. Now see here, there is one more thing. It is a simple thing. ESOPs. What is the full form? employees stock. OP means option. OP stands for option. Then S for scheme. Employee stock option scheme. So tell me, in this scheme what happens? Company where you're working, company is allotting you shares at a low price or sometimes free. Mostly it's not free, you have to pay some nominal price. For example, you're working in Infosys and Infosys comes out for ESOPs. So what they will do, anyone who is working in Infosys will get the shares of Infosys at a lower price, lower compared to the stock market prices. So assume in the stock market the price of Infosys shares is 100 and you have to pay only 5 rupees. So what is the benefit? 95, 100 minus 5. I am assuming in the stock market the price of Infosys shares is 100. Just an example. And employees are offered the share only for 5 rupees. So what is the benefit? 95. 95 will be taxable. But then 95 is assumed per share. Now we have to see how many shares you have applied for. Assume you have applied for 5,000 shares. So multiply by 5,000. And it is always taxable. And why this should be exempt? This is not a small thing. It is a big benefit. See, what sounds normal in a job culture, government will exempt also. But this is not a normal and small thing. It is a big thing. The company where you are working, the company share you are getting at a low price. So that difference will be your benefit and taxable. And why it is called employee stock option scheme? Why it is called option? Option means it is not compulsory. If you don't want to purchase the shares of the company, don't buy. But if you buy, it is your advantage that you will get a lower price. And see, I have written a formula for this. Look. Fair market value minus issue price. So in my example, I assume shares fair market value is 100 and company has charged issue price of 5 only. So that difference of 95 multiplied by number of shares. Means the formula is, you don't have to buy it, by common sense only you can work out that what is the value of the share and how much you have to pay. Difference is your benefit. And if it is per share, multiply by number of shares. And it is fully taxable. So ESOPs is done. Yes? Yes, tax will be applicable when in the year when shares are allotted. See, his doubt is what, if we have just applied for the shares, it's not yet allotted. So till the time shares are not allotted, it has not become your property. Only an allotment, it becomes your property. So the year in which it is allotted, in that year statement you have to show. See, we prepare statement every year. So you will show in which year statement? The year when it is allotted in your name. Because on allotment you can become a shareholder. And that year you can say I got a benefit of buying the shares at a lower price. Okay. Now see, there are two more things which are exempt, which I am not discussing in this formal list. See here. If company pays your mobile bills and telephone bills, that is also fully exempt. Because nowadays it is very common, just for a easy communication between boss and employee. Many times what bosses say, you don't have mobile phone, you take mobile phone, I will pay the bills, don't worry. And you know why boss is insisting you to buy a mobile? Because if you have a mobile with you, he can always call you. And many companies pay your mobile bills. So your mobile bills paid by company, it is a normal benefit and it will be exempt. In short, even the question they say, mobile bills paid, reimbursed by employer, so it will be fully exempt. Okay. See here, mobile bills paid by employer fully exempt. Okay. One more item I will discuss. Scholarship for employees' children. Means imagine employees' children, they are scholar. They have topped in the school. So you know what boss said? Wow, your child is brilliant. He has topped the school. Make him study further. And don't worry about his further studies. I am giving you 5 lakhs. Make him study further. Don't make him sit like you. And you know why boss is feeling like helping? Because boss feels that because of financial problem, a child's study should not be hampered. So that's why many companies, what they do, whenever employees children perform the best in school, colleges, company give them scholarship. I remember I got scholarship. My father was an employee. He's no more right now. He was an employee in Bank of Baroda. And in my 10th, I got good percentages. Okay. So because my percent, and that time I got 82%. And in our time, the top was 87% was the highest. So my father, when he informed this in his bank, they gave scholarship. But how much? 1,000 only. That was very old time. See, sometimes scholarship is just a small amount as a token of, scholarship. And sometimes they genuinely help by giving a big amount for further studies. But whatever, if employee's child shows some good performance in school, college, 10 standard, board, any kind of university level, for that company gives scholarship and that is fully exempt. Main point is taxable or exempt? Exempt. And why exempt? Because government also encourages this. On one hand, boss is becoming so helpful that he is trying to help a scholar child for his further studies. And if income tax department says we want tax, it sounds so bad. That's why income tax department says if your boss gives scholarship for your child's further studies, we will not tax it. It is fully exempt. And for this there is a section also 1016. 1016. 10 in bracket 16. Read this. Scholarship, but who is scholar here? Not employee. Employees do his children. Some of his child has performed on top tier school or college. So scholarship for employees children fully exempt under section 1016. See, I am giving you section only at those places where it is 10. Rest all places I am not burdening you with income tax rules, rule number 3, this, that. Okay. Do that much only which I have given. So two more perquisite in the list are mobile bills paid by employer fully exempt, scholarship for employees children fully exempt. And the last thing is anything other than this you find taxable. Because see, the world is too big. In the question many times you will find such things which I have never discussed. And at that time don't blame. Sir has not taught this. Sir will teach what? There are so many things in the world. Yes, where the rules are to be remembered I have explained. But now there is no end. If you find any other perquisite which I have not come in our discussion, take it taxable. This completes the full theory of perquisites now. Wait, his doubt. Now see, he has got a good doubt. Look here. Sir, you are talking about scholarship for employees' children, but you have already discussed about education facility. What is the difference? See, education facility is for your current education. Scholarship is for your further studies. And education facility is for dumb students also, scholar students also. It is for your ongoing education, irrespective of whether you are a scholar or a dumb. It is for your current education. But when the word scholarship comes, that means you have performed in your current education, money is given for further studies. Scholarship is always for further studies. Have you not heard? Many poor children, they get some scholarship for studies in foreign. So scholarship word is used when if the money is given as a support for further studies. And what I earlier discussed in education, that was not further studies. That was the current education of the children. Now if you remember, do you remember the rule of education facility, what it was? You only touched that point. Education for employee exempt. For children, exam up to 1000 per month per child. If it is employer's own school or tie-up. Otherwise, it will not be exempt for children also, okay? And other family members taxable. But that was all current education. But scholarship is for further studies, okay? See, one good analysis here of the sections. See here. If you notice one good thing, in this chapter the sections are in straight line. You want to see that? First 10, 10, 10, all are 10s. Main section is 10, in the bracket also 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. Look at me. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 10, 11. After 10, the next number is 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. But instead of 15, it is 5. Kind of 15. Then 16. You didn't understand what I did? I made a sequence. It is in straight numerological order, okay? So first it is all tens. Then after 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But after that it is 15, but exactly it is not 15. By the way, what is 10, 15, you know? Gold bonds, post bar, gold bonds, post bar. That is 10, 15 in income from other source. This is not 15 but 5. But it is kind of 15 only for us. And then 16. Now tell me the name. And see, alphabets also it is in good order. Single A, double A, B, C, A, B, C. First single A, then double A, then B, then C. In fact, first there is no A. No A, 1A, 2A, B, C. It is going in order, okay? And what are the items? Gratuity, pension, leave salary, RC, VRC. Try to remember like this. Gratuity, pension, leave salary, RC, VRC. RC, VRC means retrenchment compensation, voluntary retirement compensation. Then SPF, RPF. But one good observation, these are all retirement benefits. Means you make some connection that from 10, 11, 12 it is all retirement benefits. Okay. Then 13A HRA. Then 10, 14 is TC, hut TC udhar except H. Because for H it is HRA different section. 10, 5 was leave travel concession. 10, 16 scholarship. This way if you write it properly twice or thrice you will by heart all sections. So the tension of section is over in this chapter. And even for income from other source, I have simplified. 10-1 agriculture given first importance. Then 217s were there. MP, MLA, daily allowance. 1017 award. Then after 217s, what 19? Army employees, family pension. Then 1032 minor child. 1010D life insurance. 1011 PPF. 1011 is Sukanya Samriddhi account. Then 1015 POSBA, gold bonds. Okay. So these were the section in income from other source. And these are the section in income from salary. And the good part, it is going in a good pattern. Okay. And why I am summarizing this right now? Because the theory of the chapter is over. It's over. Now you know what we are left. Wait. Let us take this question. See, look here. See, my logic is look what? Look. Actually, for sums, my policy is what you know. First, you should try. Then only I like discussing. And I get, you know, a kick when you make some mistake. I'll feel like teaching you then. Mistake is not good, but then I feel like teaching. See, this is wrong. You have to do like this. Okay. But it is always advisable to do it on your own first. That's why, you know, all the big sums which are there, I will ask you to try first. This small question I am taking, you know why? Because here the concept is totally different. Can you see here some? Read this first. Some unusual thing you will notice. Mr. X joined this service in the grade of. Means there is a concept of pay scale, grade of salary. This is a new concept, that's why I am taking a sum. Okay. Although the sum is small, but the concept is totally new. If I don't teach this, you will go wrong in exam. Okay, do one thing. Keep one small statement ready. Small because hardly 4 items are there in the question. You know how 4? Look, this data is to work out basic salary. That is one item. Then DA, sale of furniture, servants and so on. So it's a small statement. Keep it ready. Ready? Okay, now see, in the question you will find this thing written. Many times in the question of salary you will find they will provide you this information. This is called pay scale, or it is also called as grade of salary. Okay, this is given to find out basic salary. This is given to find out basic salary. First, did you notice this thing in our question?
Yes.
Where it was underlined at? This thing. And see, once you know to read this thing, you will be able to find out basic salary. See here, look how to read this. This 20,000 is what you know. This is his starting salary, joining salary. The employee, when he joined, he started his job with 20,000 per month. They have not written per month. But salary is decided as per month only. If you come to me for a job, if I say your salary will be 9,000, so it is understood per month. Because the nature is per month only. So this 20,000, although they have not written per month, but it's per month. But salary at what time? At the time of joining. But then every year you will get increment of 500. Your salary doesn't increase every month. Salary will increase after one full year of work. 1 year you work, next year increment will come. But next year what will be your increment? 500. Every year 500 will be the increment. So can you tell me what will be salary in the second year of service? 20,500. Third year, 21,000. Fourth year, and then see this amount has come. See, and once your salary reaches 21,500, then your increment will be 400 every year. So can you tell me after 21,500, what will be salary next year? 21,900. Then add 400, 20 to 300. Add 400, 20 to 700. This way your salary will keep increasing by 400, 400, 400 until it reaches 23,100. And after 23,100, boss will say first you reach there, then we will decide a new pay scale. And you know what is the logic of fixing the pay scale? Because boss doesn't want the headache of every employee coming every year for increment. Sir, I want increment, please increase my salary. See, by fixing the salary in advance, there is no question of increment discussion now. See, if you come to me for a job, if I say your salary will be like this, now you are mentally prepared. Otherwise, see, if I say your salary is 20,000, you start, then we'll see. Then we'll see means every year, what about increment? That is the question mark. But some companies will fix in advance. See, so many years salary is fixed in advance. First salary is how much? Let me write here. 20,000. Help me write here because I will be able to draw one working. Next salary will be 20,500. Then 21,000. 21,500. You are increasing by 500 only, but once you reach 21,500, your increment will be 400. Okay, so it will become 21,900. Then 22,300. Then yes, we have reached the end. Okay. Now tell me what to do with this. Now you try to find out what is his basic salary. Now I will stop explaining, you use your brain. But tell me what is 20,000? His starting salary in the first year when he joined the job. Can you tell me when did he join the job? Yes, see here. He has joined this service on 1st July. And because your joining is 1st July, your increment will always come on 1st July. See, increment doesn't have a calendar year or financial year approach. Increment is you work for 1 year, then talk about increment. So your joining is only on 1st July. So you can expect increment on every July. So every July your salary will increase. And it has started in 2018. So now guess what should be his basic salary? And you know we want to find basic salary for which year? You don't know, we are preparing statement for which year? This statement we are preparing for which year? Tell me. 23, 24. Precisely 1st April 23 to 31st March 24. I want basic salary of this year. Find out now. Find out. Are you trying on your own? Don't look at my working, don't copy. Did you see what I have done? Tell me, why did I start from 1st to July 18 only? Do you have to buy that always start with 1st July? Always. It depends upon date of joining. Here the date of joining is this. So mark this important in the question. This you have to notice. Because see, I have seen in my past teaching, many students come to me with a doubt, sir, why did we start with 1st July? Then I have to explain. See in the question, date of joining. Oh, see, all this happens after long gap. Okay. So do one thing. You prepare a working note like this. See, this is the main answer. Look, this is the main answer. And thereafter, a working note. What is the name of the working note? Basic salary. This is working for what? Basic salary. Start writing. As we write, I will discuss also. From 1st July to 30th June. If the year starts on 1st July, it will end on 30th June. So 18, 19, 19, 20. Tell me, why did I stop here? Because we have reached our target. Our target here is 23, 24. And our year ends on 31st March 24. And once you reach that, stop making the slab of years. Wait, look at this. This thing is not required. I'm deleting, huh? Because this is salary of future years and we are not interested in future. So this you need not write. Earlier I had written, but not required. See, you should have some space over here also, little blank space here. I hope it is there. Something I am going to write here. Not much, little bit. Done? Now tell me, out of several amounts, what is the amount we are interested in? Yes, these two amounts. Because see, I have drawn our year. Our year is what? 1st April 23. So I will search where is April 23? Where is April 23? Search where is April 23. So it's here. Okay. And then from July 23, you got an increment. So July 23, I will mark increment here. Increment comes in July. 1st July 23, there is an increment. So what are my two salaries before increment? 21, 900. And after that it became 22, 300. See, actually what I have done, I want to write here. How many months? Here from April to June, how many months? Did you understand why I am targeting this only? Because I want April 23. So April, May, June, 3 months. So this will multiply by 3 months. See, this below thing is not so necessary. This is just for explaining purpose. Main necessary working is this. This thing also, if you want, you can draw as an extra thing for your understanding. So, what is the answer here? 2 lakhs, 2,00700. So, how much? This is the basic salary. 266,400. So, transfer this to the main statement. Done this thing? So, a basic salary is 266,400. In bracket, you can show note 1. Whenever you prepared a working note, show the connection. Basic salary note 1. Then the question is simple. Okay, what is next? DA. Now see DA in bracket what they have written? Entering into retirement benefits is another style of writing in terms. And if they write not entering into retirement benefits, not in terms. See, there are three styles they write. Sometimes they write DA in terms. Sometimes DA forming part of salary. And sometimes they write DA entering into retirement benefits. It's all same. And if they want to write not in terms, they will write not in terms, not forming part of salary, not entering into retirement benefit, not. Then it is not in terms. But whatever, right now, where any type of DA will be fully taxable, whether in terms or not in terms. So 3000 into 12, 36,000. Then, okay, sale of furniture means what it is? Transfer of movable asset. See here the question is not printed properly. You can write here by employer to employee. You can extend the sentence there in the question only. Sale of furniture costing 20,000 for 5,000 by employer to employee. By employer to employee. Anyways, it is understood in the question of salary, any transaction they are giving, it is between employer and employee only. So employer has sold furniture to employee. Now tell me, sale of furniture, does it come in use of movable asset or transfer? Sale is the transfer, and transfer of movable asset, what was the theory? Any asset to transfer is WDV minus sale price, WDV minus sale price, WDV minus sale price. But WDV determination depends upon type of asset. If computer, laptop 50%, car 20%, otherwise 10% SLF. So this is what? But here you will not have to find the depreciation because dates are not given. So that means it is a fresh furniture purchased and sold. See, if it is a old furniture, they will tell you in the question that employer had purchased the furniture on 9th June 17. So tell me, if it is 9th June 17, what do you do? 9 June 17 to 8 June 18, that way 1 year slabs. And you have to count the number of complete years. Incomplete year you ignore. I had explained some time back. But all that you will do when? If they tell you that it is an old item. But have they given this furniture was purchased by the boss when?
No.
Nothing is given. So cost is the WDV. Means you can imagine furniture was freshly purchased and given to the employee. Purchased for 20,000, given to him for 5,000. So directly difference is the benefit. Yes, if they would have given that this furniture was purchased by the boss on so and so date, then we will find out the written down value by straight line method. Why straight line? Because it is other asset. 10% depreciation straight line method. But if they give you the date, so consider 20,000 as WDV only and 7,000 is my sale price and our formula was WDV minus sale price. You remember this or not?
Yes.
This thing. But here this headache was not there because dates are not given. So right. You can write like this. Transfer of movable asset. And what is that item? Furniture. In bracket you can write furniture. And our rule is WDV minus sale price. WDV minus sale price. WDV 20,000 cost itself is WDV minus sale price is 5000. Then free servants at his residence. See, free word is a sign of a perquisite. Now, free servants, how you should think? Did I teach this thing in anywhere in come light? In our discussion of perquisite, this hasn't come. And anything which I have not discussed is taxable. See, only which required discussion, I had discussed in come light. And all other perquisite which are not discussed will be taxable. So, write free servants at his residence valued at 4800. See, servant's value means the salary of servant. And for employee it is free because employee is not paying salary. Company is paying. That is the benefit for the employee. Total of what is the gross salary? 320 to 200. Then deduction under section 16. Done. Come on fast. One more question we'll take. Ready? Okay, now see. Question 14 is a good question. Mainly my objective is what to cover one question on valuation of house. Bada Bakkam, 7.5%, all that. Okay. So question number 14 we are doing right now. Keep the statement ready. We'll discuss one by one and give the effect simultaneously. Question number 14. Ready? Start. Basic salary fully taxable. So 7,000 into 12. Then DNS allowance, taxable. $2,000 into 12, 24,000. What about arrears of salary? Taxable. The next point is advance salary. Even advance salary is fully taxable. Advance salary is how much? 14,000. What about bonus of 1920 received in 23-24?
Taxable.
Although it is old bonus, but it is taxable on receipt basis. Received now, taxable now. And why now? Because 23-24 is our year only. We are preparing the statement for 23-24 only. And since received in 23-24, it will be taxable. What is the amount? 25,000. Bonus of 1920 received in 1920 received in 23-24. Then what about next point? Bonus declared for 23-24, 30,000. Out of which 10,000 is received. See, this is past bonus or current bonus. But received is only 10,000. And only the portion which they received will be taxable. So that is only 10,000. Because bonus is taxable on receipt basis. So I will take only 10,000. Bonus of 23-24 received. Then, okay, tell me what about this? Interest free loan. This is which theory, in perquisite's interest benefit. I don't want the answer, I want the line of thinking. First, what you will check? Loan amount. Because if the loan amount is 20,000 only, just put it dash. Don't waste time on your calculator, okay? So let us check the loan amount. It is 2 lakhs, means more than 20. So now we will have to do calculation. And calculation is logical. You have to simply see what is the benefit. State Bank of India means the market rate. But what boss is charging? Don't say not given. Interest free means boss is charging 0% interest. So compared to the market rate of 15.5, boss is charging 0%. So 15.5 minus 0, full 15.5 is your benefit. And that you will calculate on 2 lakhs. Okay, and it is taxable because it is not a small loan. The loan is about 20,000. So right here, Interest benefit. See, this way you have to show 15.5 minus 0%. Here we are trying to show the benefit. That in the market the rate is 15.5, but we have to pay 0% because it is interest free. So that comes to how much? Done. Then next,
Free electricity supply value like
free electricity supply. Do one thing, these words you highlight, because whenever the word free comes, it is perquisite, or sometimes perquisite comes as paid, reimbursed by employer. Okay. So tell me, what about free electricity supply? How a student should think? This is not discussed by the sir in come light, and anything which sir has not discussed, don't apply being fully taxable. Just copy the amount in the outer column. And why will this be exempt? Your home electricity bills, companies bearing, they are providing free electricity. This is something extra only. So it will be taxable. Anyways, anything which you have not heard in the list, it will be taxable. So free electricity supply. What was the amount? Then free use of car for partly private use. See, whenever car comes, what should be your thinking? See, I am not interested in answer. I hope you understand. I want the way you think. So once it is car, you have to remember the chart. In car, there are four cases: office, office to residence, fully private, partly. So this is what partly. And in that fourth case, again there are further four cases. What was that precisely? Wait, I'll keep the theory open here. Owned by employee, owned by employer. Then expense paid by employee, paid by employer, paid by employee, paid by employer. So we have to search in this chart. Why? Because it is partly office, partly private. So tell me, in our question it is whose car? Yes, because free word means it is owned by employer, and car owned by employer means it will be this case. Now we have to check who has paid the expenses. This expense is not driver, huh? This is other than driver, all running and maintenance expense like petrol, repairing, insurance, etc. Who is paying that expense? See here it is paid by employer. So paid by employer means in my drawing I will go on the right hand side. So I have got two choice, either take this or take this. So what to take? 1800, because problem is silent, always assume 1600 cc or less. This you write somewhere where you know you will write, look, in the top of this answer only somewhere you can write what if the capacity of the car is not given, assume up to 1600 cc. Write somewhere, or when you make the notes of that iPad notes, that board notes when you are writing, there also you can write. If the capacity of the car is not given, assume it is up to 1600 cc. If the capacity of the car is not given, assume it is up to 1600 cc. No, no. In exam, write full form only. This is not common short. This is my short form. It's okay. Wordings is okay, but at least don't write this POPP. This is not that popular short form. I have made partly office, partly private. Yes, some short forms are very common. DA, HRA, that is okay. That you can write short form. So free use of car for partly office, partly private. Okay, so what we have decided? In our big chart, it comes on the right hand side 1800 or 2400. We decided 1800. But you have to top up with driver. Will you top up with driver? You will top up with driver when if the driver is given in the question. But here the question doesn't speak anything about the driver. So ignore the driver. So we will take plain 1800 per month. You understood where from I am getting this? This one. 1800 per month. And drivers 900 I will not top up. So 1800 multiply by 12. How much? Okay, then okay, pension from past employer. Next point. What to do with this? See, pension from past employer, that means what? Right now the job which he is doing, it is his new job. Earlier he was working in some other company, and from that company he might have retired, and from that retirement he is getting the pension now. So it is pension from this boss or some other boss? From other boss. But while preparing the statement, whether this boss, that boss, all bosses together, a combined statement. So doesn't matter whether it is from my past employer or current employer. It is falling under the head income from salary only. So I will put in my statement. Yes, if it is income from some other head, like D.W. Ramu Fakir, then I will not include in my statement. But this is pension income is income from salary only. So what, it is from my old employer, I will include here. But taxable or exempt? See, whenever anything comes, you have to use my charts. Everything I have given in chart form. So pensions chart was how? Uncommuted, commuted. Uncommuted, taxable, commuted, exempt. Government employee fully exempt, other employee 50 or 33.33% by cross multiply. So this is uncommuted or commuted? Uncommuted. Because the pension is given in per month form. And anyways, if nothing is given, the nature of the pension is uncommuted only. It is only when we request that give me lump sum, it becomes commuted. That they haven't said. So it is always assumed to be uncommuted. But tell me, how many months you will take? Full 12 months. This is not a fresh retirement. This is my past retirement. I have retired maybe long back. So in this year I will get full year pension. See, if I would have retired in this year only, then after retirement only few months will come. But this is not retirement of current year, it is a past retirement. So full year pension will come. So 1000 into 12. You can mention it is uncommuted. Huh? Then leave salary. Now use the chart of leave salary. Encash during this service, encash on retirement. Encash during the service, taxable. Encash on retirement, exam under 1010 AA. Government employee fully exempt. Other employee 1, 2, 3, 4, which is less. Okay. But then this is encash during the service or retirement. During the service. How do I know? He has not retired. See, this pension was there from his past retirement. But this leave salary, have they said it is of his past retirement? It is from his current job. And current job is going on. So it is during the service, fully taxable. Leave salary during service, fully taxable. See, if you know the theory, there is nothing great in the questions. What I am doing this? Nothing. I am just using the theory only with you. This also we had time, that's why I am doing the sum with you. Otherwise, I would have preferred you to solve on your own. All other sums, see how many homeworks you will get today. So leave salary 15,000 fully taxable. Come on fast, your time is getting up. Leave salary. How much it is? Okay, then house is there. And you know, perquisite house, you should always take it at the end. And coincidentally, in our question, it is at the end only. Okay. So tell me what is given. He is provided a flat in Delhi. And see, once they talk about big metro city, the population question is solved. It is always in crores. Okay. And in our two population slabs, what was the highest population? Can you tell me? Wait, I'll open that theory. As per the old rule, before 1st September, about 25 lakhs, it becomes the highest population. So Delhi will come in highest population. Okay, when I am saying it will be in crores, so about 25 lakhs definitely. And as per the new slabs, effective from 1st September, above 40 lakhs will be 10%. But you know what did I say? Whenever house comes in the question, you will have to calculate Bada Bakam twice. You will have to prepare two columns. One column before 1st September, another column 1st September onwards. Two columns you will have to make. But wait. First read the question and decide that we are falling in which case as per the chart. No, you should think in this line. Why don't you make a habit like this? Think as per chart. Check government employee. Check, you should check. Do the acting. Is he government employee? No. Follow the protocol. Okay. Suddenly if government employee comes, they will not announce. You should have the habit of checking. Okay. So government employee is not there, then that means is other employee. Now how to find out whether it is own house or rented house? Best is always treat it like an own house only. If it is rented house, they will mention boss is paying rent. So let us check, is boss paying rent? Is it written anywhere that boss is paying rent? No. So employer is not paying rent, that means it is own house. So you will follow this track. 7.5%, 10 or 15. You will take 15. But this percent is applicable before 1st September. Okay. After 1st September, can you tell me what are the comparable percentage? Instead of 7.5, it is 5. Instead of 10, it is 7.5. Instead of 15, it is 10. But we are interested in 15 and 10. So two columns you will have to prepare. Then do we have furniture in the question? Furniture is there. Okay. WDV is useless. What is this fair rent of the house? They always give this fair rent. It is useless information. Fair rent is the rent prevailing in the market. It is a market rent. And what is the rent charged from employee? Boss is charging from employee, so this will be reduced from a benefit at the end. So start. See, this question has got similar data compared to last time's question only. Okay. But don't worry, in the homework you will find some novelty. So do one thing. What will you write here first? Value of house. Or you can also write value of accommodation. And in bracket you will write note 1. So here one amount will come. Do one thing, by heart the format only of the working note. Tell me what should be the format. Look here. First you will calculate Bada Bakkam. Then total of Bada Bakkam you will find out the percentage of that. That 7.5, 10, whatever applicable percentage. So that will come. Then furniture value. Okay, then less rent charged by employer. So start note number 1. Heading will be value of house. See, my format is ready. My format is ready. You don't write the format in advance. You go one by one. I have copied and pasted. Even if you write, it's okay, but it's risky. Start like this. See, I have copied the format. I already have the format with me. I can do that, but you will have to write. So start. Our first mission is to find out Bada Bakkam. Okay. Tell me basic salary. For 5 months you will write in the first column, 7 months in the second column. So what is the basic salary? 7,000 per month. Okay. So into 5. And here into 49,000. Okay. Then DA in terms. DA in terms how much? 2,000 per month. So 2,000 per month. So in the first one it will be 2,000 into 5 months. So that is 10,000. And here it will be 2,000 into 7 months, that is 14,000. Then Bada Bakkam. In Bada Bakkam, what is next? Other taxable allowances. So for this, what is the best technique? Look here, look. In this solution, you should search. Don't search in the question. See, in the question also you can search the allowances. But you know what is the problem in searching the question? You will get the actual amount, but we want the taxable amount. What was the full form of Bada Bakka? In Bada, what was a other taxable allowance? And taxable amount we can get better from the statement. Actually, taxable amount means the one which appears in the outer column. Many times in allowance, what we do, we write in the inner column, then we minus, and we take the outer column amount. Outer column amount we want. So, in short, search in this statement. Do we have any allowance? Allowance. I am just doing the acting. I know it's not there. But this is the way you have to search. That's why we keep house at the end. So that by the time house is solved, everything should have been written in the statement. And we can nicely search allowance, but it's not found. So nil, forget it, not there. So it will be dash. Okay, what about Bada Bakkam? Next alphabet B. Bonus. Yes, bonus is there. See, bonus. See, I am searching from my main statement, not from the question. There were two bonuses. But this is past. This is present. And what is the rule in Bada Bakam? No past, no future, only present. So this gets ignored because it is past. This will be considered because this is current year's bonus. And you will take 10,000, the one which is taxable. Don't take, actually, actual bonus was how much? 30,000. But only the one which is received is taxable. So only taxable amount comes in Bada Bakkam. That's why I told you, don't search from the question. Search the items of Bada Bakkam from the answer. So from the answer, it will be a better search. So, but this I have cancelled because this is a past bonus. This one I will take 10,000. Okay. So consider 10,000 here. But then where to take? See, bonus, actually I am confused about what now. Whether I should take in the first 5 months or the remaining 7 months. So I will take in the remaining, I will take in the second column. Because actually date of bonus is not given. It depends upon the date. Because bonus doesn't come month to month evenly. Have you ever heard that a company gives you 1,000 rupees fixed bonus every month? It will come in one shot. But what is that one shot date? Is it given? No. So we'll assume at the end of the year. So you will keep it in the second column. How much it is? 10,000. So let me write here 10,000. Here dash and here 10,000. All this we had discussed yesterday. Then next, commission. Do we have commission? So if you search in the question, you will not find commission. Then what about other monetary incomes? Yes, you have to be very careful here because look, apparently you will feel that this is not there. If you try to rush up, you will feel it's not there. But you know what to do? You will have to check each and every statement items. Excluding perquisites, but excluding perquisite, anything which is in monetary form, you will take it. So actually for this only I took this sum. I wanted to explain how to find out monetary incomes. Okay. So see the approach. I am not interested in the answer. See the approach. What I will do, I will search from the statement one by one. What I am searching, monetary incomes, but I will not give importance to perquisites. Okay. So search one. This is basic salary, but this is already taken. DA already taken. Arrears is a monetary income, but no past, no future, only present. So because of that, we drop this. Advance salary is actually a monetary income. It is money, but no past, no future, only present. So ignore this. Okay. Bonus we already discussed, so forget it. Bonus has been separate discussed in Bada Bakam B. Then interest benefit perquisites are not allowed to be taken. Free electricity perquisites cannot be taken. This way you should check every item. Huh? Free use of car, perquisites. Perquisites are not allowed in Bada Bakkam. You remember this or not? Yes, pension is a monetary income. Okay. But will you say, sir, you told us no past, no future, only present. This is present only. My retirement took place in past, but pension is of current year. This pension arose because of my past job. But then don't think it is a past income. See, you retired in your job in past. But once you retire, pension is given on year-to-year basis. And the pension which you return here, look, 12,000. It is current year's fresh pension. But this is of 12 months. First 5 months will come in the first column. And 7 months pension will come in the second column. But this is to be considered. Why? Because this is a monetary income. And if you say, sir, but this is from my old employer. I told you all employers. You forgot. I had explained here, see. Bada Bakkam, you have to take it from all employers. Even though that past employer has got no connection with my current job, my current house. But he was also my employer. Okay. So all employer means that employer's pension will also take. I hope this is clear. Many students ask me the doubt, but sir, it is past item. Why past? My retirement took place in past. But after that pension I am getting on year-to-year basis. This is current year's pension. So I will take it. Okay, what else we will take now? Leave salary can you take? Yes. Even this is monetary income. Even this is a monetary income. But wait, leave salary will come in which column? Leave salary is usually encashed at the end of the year. So it will become item of the second column. This column, this column. Pension will go in both column because pension comes month to month, month to month. But leave salary comes on one shot at the end of the year. So do one thing. Write like this. See how I am writing. Pension, leave salary. Pension is how much? 1,000 per month. So first column 5,000, second column 7,000. Leave salary, the amount was? Leave salary's amount was 15,000 and that will go entirely in the second column. So total up. So what is the Bada Bakkam in the first column? 50. What? 50,000, right? Here 50,000. And here? Then first column you will multiply by? See, as per old population slabs, what was the highest rate? 15. Why I am depending upon highest? Because it is Delhi. Delhi is a metro city having population in crores. So I am depending upon the highest rate in the population slab. So here multiply by 15%, and after 1st September in the population slab, what is the highest percentage? 10. So how much you get? First column 50,000, 15% comes to 7,500. Here it is 9,500. Total up 17,000. Then what about value of furniture? 10%. So 2 lakhs is the cost of the furniture in the question. Multiply by 10%. So 20,000. Then rent charged by employer 1,400 per month. So multiply by 12. How much? So what is the final answer? 20,200. Value of house. Substitute this in the statement. 20,200. So what is the gross salary?
We said 8,800.
So 2 lakhs. Taxable income from salaries. Okay, now take your homework. Question number 11. Question 11 is homework. Question 12. 11, 12, 15. 11, 12 and 15. No, because I want that you should do the homework. Back to back, tomorrow only we have the lecture. And anyways, right now also you have some other lecture, so you won't get that much time. So do these three sums nicely. Remaining question I will give you homework in the next lecture. So which question I gave? 11, 12 and 15. Actually, wait once. Question was very small. 9 also you can do. After that what remains? Master block, okay. 9 is a small question. I thought it is okay. So 4 questions are homework. Question 9, 11, 12, 15. 9, 11, 12, 15. 9, 11, 12, 15. Please do the homework and come. Please do the homework and come. Please revise and come. Please come on time. Underline please.